Hold true your definition of nothing. Does your definition of nothing show proof that it exists? Does your mind hold nothing to be true? To say, to say that I have a lot of nothing, does your mind find this to be a contradiction in logic? Does your mind hold that nothing is equal to emptiness? Or is this too a contradiction in your logic? Is nothing the product, or is nothing the sum? Can nothing be both? Is nothing easily understood by the mind and logically defined? Nothing is an empirical anomaly and a contradiction to the idea of existence. It is from nothing that our greatest fears reside. Nothing in is the rite of passage for children to adulthood. Nothing is the iconic apple in the sins of humanity. To understand the nature of nothing is to understand the unlimited potential of the human perception. The human mind can perceive nothing, but the universe refuses to empirically define absolute nothing. Or at very least, the human senses are too limited to directly observe empirical nothingness state of being. Logic shows us the existence of nothingness in math. Perhaps it's safe in context to view math as another dimension. Perhaps it's safe to view math at the lowest empirical dimensional state of being, something just one unit away from a pure state of being nothing. We live in a universe best described as having three dimensions of space and one dimension of temporal. We exist within the vastness of infinite geometry and infinite temporal. But can there be such a thing as existence without geometry and without temporal? Are space and time the most fundamental components of an entity? Can a thing exist without the empirical foundation of space and time? Are these things necessary for our existence, or is this a principal property of omni-existence? When dealing with multiverse theory, omni-existence takes the vast, infinite aggregate of all existing things and describes it as a single whole. The taxonomy in taxonomy is necessary to describe the quality of a thing to best understand the threshold which gives rise to uniqueness between things, and it is from this line of reasoning that the axiom omni-existence is given meaning. We could say that we as observers in universe A exist and that everything outside said universe A does not exist. However, observers who exist outside of universe A and universe B can make the same argument from ignorance about their own form within which their own exists. With no empirical data to show them proof that we exist in them, to them, we are nothing. From this line of reasoning, it is necessary to understand that nothing is not equal to a lack of direct or indirect observation from the third person. Any degree of self-observation has to be defined as something, but so too must it be true that absolute lack of self-observance must also describe nothing. Lacking the capacity to self-describe and having zero perception are all attributes of nothing. Through the process of taxonomy, we see the nature of nothingness regardless of how contradictory and illogical it seems. Contradictions should not form the foundation upon which we declare absolute truth. This is where we form our theories and then seek to show proof of fallacy and reasoning through the use of logic. The nature of existence states that nothingness is a paradox, but the human mind rises from that very nature and gives it form. Perceived within nature, an axiom known in language as nothing and described by math as zero. It's true that eyewitness testimony is the lowest form of evidence which can be given, but humanity as a whole absolutely can only agree on the nature of nothing.